guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite esthetician again. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amaka. In this video we are picking out the best and the worst product for acne. So it will be like a game where, you know, I would categorize these ingredients into different tiers in accordance with their potency, and I'll be putting them where they belong. I'll call an ingredient and I'll decide whether it is, you know, very potent, not potent, or just rubbish. Dig it. So I got this idea from Dr. Lee. Dr. Lee is a YouTube channel where there are two dermatologists, Dr. Max and Dr. Sean, and they advise on skincare as well. So they did this video on their channel. I was like, smart idea. Plus, it was very fun to watch, so I just thought I could recreate it as well. Yes, so essentially, as I explained, we're just picking out the worst and the best ingredient for acne. So I'll be dividing the ingredients into 4 different categories. Now they have the first tier. So these are the, you know, OGs of acne. Like if you are fighting acne, you should have at least 1, 2, or all of them in your routine. If you don't have 1 or 2 of these ingredients, you have not started. You're not ready. You're not serious. When you're serious, come back. Do you get? So they are backed with a lot of research. It's not a case of my personal experience. No, these are backed with a lot of research that has been done and observed for years. Do you get? So this is tier 1. Now tier 2 are ingredients that are, you know, also backed with research, but as supporting ingredients. Essentially, they won't stand on their own, but they have a role to play. They have been seen to be helpful in treating acne. Do you get? The third ingredient are ingredients that, you know, are good to have, could help your fight against acne a lot more tolerable, because most of the acne fighting ingredients are usually drying. A fantastic ingredients to have, but they do nothing to directly address acne. So whether or not you have them in your routine will not break or mar a routine, will not make or mar a routine. It will not make a routine more effective or less effective, or make your acne slower to heal. They're just good ingredients. And the fourth category, these are ingredients that belong to the trash. Like, no. Honestly, they're not all bad, but if you are fighting acne, you have no business putting them on your skin. Do you get? Now, before you can understand where what will fall under, you need to understand how acne forms. I've said this in several videos, but let me just dedicate two minutes for it. 2 minutes is all I will dedicate. I won't have a short video where I broke it down. I'll put a link here, but I will explain it again. I'll always keep explaining, don't worry yourself. So acne, there are certain things that has to happen for acne to form. Now, the ingredients that we're putting in tier 1 and tier 2, so that is your OG, absolutely necessary ingredient as supporting ingredients, must have a role to play in 1 or 2 or 3 of these steps. If an ingredient doesn't have a role to play in any of the steps I'm about to point out, they cannot be under tier 1 or tier 2. So essentially, for acne to form, the first thing is excess production of oil. Now, when there's excess production of oil, your pores become very rich with oil. Also, your dead skin cells that are supposed to shed out now sticks back on your skin and clogs your pores because it's sticky, so they can't shed out. Do you understand? Now, clogged pores are called closed comedone, whitehead. When this whitehead become exposed to oxygen or air, they oxidize and become blackheads. So that's 1. Now, on your skin, we all have a bacteria known as C. acne. Now, on some people's skin, they are problematic. On some skin, they are not so problematic. And some other skins, they are just chill. They don't cause any problems. So, yeah, so we all have this bacteria. Now, there are certain circumstances in which they thrive. These bacteria thrive in an oily, covered place. Now, when your pores is filled with dead skin cells and oil, you understand how that environment is the right environment for this bacteria. Now, this bacteria gets into this place and starts breeding, starts multiplying. Now, as this thing is going on, your skin becomes inflamed. Inflammation happens when your skin is trying to fight a foreign object. So while this is happening, your skin becomes inflamed. Now, when this inflammation happens, this now leaves from being an open comedone, that's whitehead, to being full-blown acne, inflamed pustules, inflamed papules. Papules are acne without the hard acne, without substance, without pus, whereas pustules are those acne that has pus. And it can also go from being just pustules and papules to cysts and nodules. This is when your pores become so clogged, congested, and inflamed that it eats deep into your skin and can scar your skin. So this is how acne is formed. This is the pathogenesis of acne. Now we understand that. You will now appreciate better when I'm putting certain ingredients into certain categories. So let's start. The first ingredient is retinoids. I've done a full-blown video on retinoids. Retinoids are balancing and chilling in tier 1. Like, forget it. It addresses acne from different points. It reduces oil production by shrinking the oil gland. It also prevents your pores from being clogged because it prevents your skin cells from sticking to each other. It's also anti-inflammatory, so it calms down the inflammation that happens in your skin when the bacteria is breeding and multiplying. Now, for retinoids, if you have acne, I would suggest, there are different types of retinoid. I would suggest you opt for either tretinoin or adapalene. Next ingredient is, drumroll, vitamin C. Now, vitamin C is an antioxidant. I've done a video on that as well. Put the link. Look here, I'm beginning to really cover the foundations of skincare. Like, it's good to always have a video to refer you guys to. So yeah, vitamin C is a fantastic antioxidant. But the problem is that it doesn't have any active step in the pathogenesis of acne. It doesn't reduce oil, neither does it prevent the pores from being clogged, neither can it reduce the inflammation that can happen from breeding bacteria, neither can it kill the bacteria. So it's a nice ingredient to have, but unfortunately, we'll keep it in tier 3, which is nice to have, but you absolutely do not need. Now, an exception to this is sodium ascorbyl phosphate, which is a type of vitamin C, is more stable than vitamin C, is a derivative of vitamin C, and there's some research around this ingredient that has shown that it can actually help to kill the C acne. However, I won't say it is strong enough to be in a tier 1. So put it in a tier 2, which is supporting ingredients that have a role in the pathogenesis of acne, but definitely not a tier 1. It can help like tier 1 ingredients to, perform better, but on its own, it is absolutely not a tier 1. So yeah, so vitamin C, tier 3, good, but you absolutely do not need, an exception being SAP, sodium ascorbyl phosphate. The next ingredient on our list is niacinamide. Again, I've done a video on niacinamide, all the yummy, the goodies about it, link above. Just 1 minute, please. Let's clap. I'm trying. Even if I'm not consistent, but I'm covering all the important things. Yeah, for niacinamide, there's also research that has shown that niacinamide at 4-5%, niacinamide at 4% can also help to reduce inflammation that leads to acne. But once again, it's not a top tier ingredient. You can successfully treat acne without niacinamide, and using niacinamide alone is not enough. Like, you see this top tier ingredient, a lot of times, depending on the type of acne and the severity of the acne, using one of them alone can help. Although you need 1 or 2, you need like 2 or 3 of them, but one alone is enough to see substantial difference. Only niacinamide on really inflamed skin, honestly speaking, will have little or no effect. Do you get? You need it to help the patas to actually work. And also, niacinamide is very soothing. So in addition to helping calm down inflammation, it can also help you tolerate these really strong acne fighting ingredients a lot better. Then the next ingredient on the list is azelaic acid. Very, 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 very underrated. Azelaic acid is sitting pretty in top tier 1. Do you understand? It is a fantastic ingredient. Azelaic acid can help to kill, antimicrobial, can help to kill the bacteria, help to reduce inflammation, and also help to fight hyperpigmentation, and can be used in pregnancy. Most of its other ingredients should not and cannot, and is not advisable to use them during pregnancy, but azelaic acid is different, and I think it's the only one. Okay, no, not the only one. Retinoids and salicylic acid can also help in hyperpigmentation, but azelaic acid helps in hyperpigmentation significantly. The beauty about it is that it's not as irritating as benzoyl peroxide, so it works similarly like benzoyl peroxide in the sense that it kills bacteria, but it takes it a step further to be less irritating, be able to be used in pregnancy, can fight hyperpigmentation, and is anti-inflammatory. I don't know if benzoyl peroxide is anti-inflammatory. Honestly, I'm not really researched on that, but I'm not sure. But for azelaic acid, I can beat my chest. Very, very underrated and underutilized. Now, but I must point out that the percentage that has been researched to have these effects is 15%. Now, I am aware that 15% azelaic acid in a lot of countries like the US can only be gotten through prescription. So fortunately in Nigeria, we don't have our rules, our laws are not that tight. Now, it is a double-edged sword in the sense that, fortunately, because we have access to very effective cosmetics that in a lot of countries you would need prescription for. Now, that is an advantage, but there's also a disadvantage because people can overdo things. People have access to cosmetic procedures that are actually unsafe for you to use. So it has its advantages and its disadvantages. So, but in Nigeria, you can find a 15% azelaic acid product. But there are a lot of 10% azelaic acid products in the market which are effective as well. I mean, 15%, 10%. I wouldn't say there's no difference between both of them, but I know that, you can also get substantial, significant benefit from using a 10% azelaic acid product. I would just say that if you're using a 10% azelaic acid product and you have severe acne, then you may need more than just that product. So the next ingredient that we will be analyzing is hyaluronic acid. Again, fantastic product, a humectant. It can help your management of acne better, but it is sitting pretty and nice, but you do not need. As I explained, I'll keep explaining so you understand the rationale before someone says, no, you need to hydrate your skin before you cure acne. Because I've been seeing that lately. For you to cure acne, hydrate. Yeah, you have to keep your skin barrier intact. But, if you think about how acne is formed, hydration is not in that step. If you want to be very logical and straightforward, hydration is not in that step. But with skincare, it is a robust approach. You are not just focusing on the acne, you're doing other things. So yes, hydration is good, it's fantastic. But does it address any of the core things in the creation of acne? It doesn't. So it's nice to have, absolutely do not need. Then I don't even know what number we are, but the next one is salicylic acid. Salicylic acid is top tier as well. It helps to unclog the pores. That's one. It also helps to reduce inflammation. And you know that without your pores being clogged, there's no acne. Without that inflammation, there's no inflamed acne. So it ends in being comedones. So salicylic acid has a role to play in the formation of acne. Now, the next on the list is sulfur. So sulfur is a keratolytic, so it helps to unclog the pores. Sulfur is antimicrobial. It helps to kill bacteria. Sulfur is also antifungal, so it's very good for malassezia folliculitis. So it's a good product. It has been around for years. Just the ingredient that people know is actually beneficial. So unfortunately, I didn't put any category between tier 1, which is like Ogabata, and tier 2, which is supporting but cannot stand alone. Sulfur is somewhere in between. It's not in the retinoids and the benzoyl peroxide category, but yes, you will not insult it by putting it in the niacinamide category when it has to do with fighting acne. It is more effective than a niacinamide product. Do you understand? So it's somewhere in between. But for sulfur, so let's just cheat. Let's just cheat, please. Let's just put sulfur in between. I beg. It's not in tier 1 or in tier 2. Although for sulfur, a lot of times you need to use other ingredients alongside to have like a more robustly address the acne. I just don't think it's fair to keep it in the same category as niacinamide and sap. I just don't think it's fair. But I mean, if we are being very strict, we'll put other supporting, but I think it's somewhere in between. Then the next on our list is benzoyl peroxide. Do we even need to have the conversation? Do we? Benzoyl peroxide is like oga pata pata, killing acne bacteria. Yes, some people don't tolerate it. Poor you. Do you understand? But there's nothing, as in nothing stands with it. It is the king in its own kingdom. Like, do you understand? You cannot even, what? Antibiotic, what? Do you get? And it's so complex that, well, I don't know if the word is complex, but it is such that bacteria doesn't build resistance to it. For example, when you're using things like clindamycin gel, you need to use it alongside benzoyl peroxide, because if you use it straight, neat, over time, the bacteria in your skin outsmarts it. Do you understand? But benzoyl peroxide, nothing. Outsmart what? Your father. Why am I being dramatic now? I don't know. But yeah, it is correct ingredient. It kills the acne causing bacteria, and that's why it's a very good spot treatment, because when you have inflamed acne, you can just put benzoyl peroxide on that particular affected area, and it kills and dries down the acne. Just note, if you are using it as a leave-on product, so as a leave-on cream, be careful, it can bleach your hair, it can bleach your clothes, it can bleach your bedsheets. See, I have seen that one firsthand. My friend was using benzoyl peroxide and her edges turned to golden. Obviously, it's temporary, because I know when she stopped. When she became mindful of it and stopped applying it around that area, it went back to the normal color. So the next are scrubs. Please, if you have inflamed acne, you have no business whatsoever using scrubs. Even the mildest ones, do not use physical exfoliant. See, what you are doing is already your acne is inflamed. What you are doing is increasing inflammation, because because that action of scrubbing is irritating your skin and causing your skin to be inflamed. So you are worsening it. So that's one. Second is that you are spreading the bacteria. So bacteria was at a particular place before, and you decided to now scrub it. Do you understand? So it was in the olden days that we still used to think that scrubbing acne is removing bacteria or removing the acne. No, you are worsening it. Also, you're also worsening and increasing your potential of, healing with hyperpigmentation. So essentially, you're increasing your chances of hyperpigmentation, you are increasing inflammation, causing irritation, and spreading the bacteria. As in, do not scrub your skin. As in, throw the scrub away, throw it away, discard it, eradicate it. Totally and completely. So please, scrubs have no place in your skincare routine. Now, the last and definitely the least is coconut oil. Bikone. Please, if you must use coconut oil, leave it for your body. Coconut oil is really comedogenic, although the term comedogenic is not really standardized, in the sense that there are a lot of about how they came about things being comedogenic, but we all agree. We are all in agreement that coconut oil is highly comedogenic. And what is comedogenic? Or what does it mean when you say something is comedogenic? It means that it has a high potential of clogging your pores. And as I explained, no clogged pores, no acne. Clogged pores equals to acne. Do you understand? So if you're acne prone, it means that you're already prone to your pores being clogged. How dare you now use something that is very comedogenic, something that has the ability to make somebody that doesn't have, that is not prone to having clogged pores, break out. Coconut oil has broken me out before. Me that I rarely get breakouts. How much more you? So please, coconut oil belongs in the dustbin if you are acne prone. For most people, the other lightweight yummy oils that you can use on your skin, especially your facial skin. On your body, that's fine. I mean, it's an emollient, can help you soften your skin, but on your face, please do not use it. So yeah, come to the end of this video. I hope you learned like a thing or two. I hope it was interesting. I hope you just enjoyed it essentially. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.